I'm curious what is going on here. Yeah. What the world? What the hell is going on? So, I don't have a ton of thoughts about this case, though I have thought about it a fair bit. I don't think that we're dealing with a Danganronpa 2 Chapter 3 sort of situation where I'm gonna like work it all out just based off of the initial discovery of the body. But I do think there are some very interesting details that we already know about this case. And actually, I guess the other interesting thing is I don't actually know if this is going to be a case. Because what Monokuma said that the first killer, like, it doesn't have to worry about like being blackened and a trial and stuff. Just first killer goes free regardless. Now he could have been lying about that, but generally Monokuma doesn't outright lie about the rules of the game. So I'm not even sure if we're going to have a trial. Like I kind of feel like we have to just because that's the gameplay loop. But like, uh, yeah. But I mean, story wise, it's been implied, or not really implied. It's been outright said that we won't. So, not exactly sure where we're gonna go with regards to this. But oh yeah, Ronzaro is dead. Tough break for that guy. That's for certain. Uh, Shortest lived amnesiac in Danganronpa history. So yeah, that's a tough break for sure. Uh, yeah. Anyways, though, so but I think there are a couple key details to this case that we are aware of right off the bat, right? First of all, is we've got a very narrow window when this murder could have taken place. Very narrow. Because we literally saw this guy walk down the stairs like a few minutes before we found his body. So like there's like a maybe like 10-minute window tops where he could have died, which should be really good in terms of kind of limiting the pool of potential suspects pretty quickly. Granted, there is like a whole crew of people that went down to the basement, so it doesn't really limit the pool of suspects as much as you might want, but it should help. The other notable things, right? Murder weapon is interesting. I mean, like presumably it's that, or at least it appears to be that ball over there, which I think is a shot put. I know we encountered the shot puts in the warehouse previously in the chapter. So I guess that would imply the murderer went to the warehouse at some point. Obviously, Miyu is kind of the character that spends the most time in the warehouse. We do know for certain Shuji has been there as well. Although the issue is like the warehouse isn't like some super secure secret location or anything. Like literally anyone could have walked in there at any time. So I'm not sure if that narrows it down much. It is a peculiar murder weapon, that's for certain though. Uh, and I was thinking, like, does this eliminate like the girls as potential suspects? Because shot put is like really heavy. I thought, like, it was like, turns out they're like 8 to 16 pounds though. So I think most people can probably chuck a shot put with like most people are not going to be doing the Olympic thing of throwing it like 80 meters or whatever, or however far they throw it, 20 meters, something reasonable. I don't think it's 80 meters. That's probably more of a javelin type distance. But probably most people can use it as a bludgeoning weapon effectively enough. I thought they were heavier than they actually are, but turns out they're like I think like 8 to 16 pounds. So that's a reasonable thing to throw. The other thing too, and I hate to say it, and I kind of feel like it shouldn't be the case because like it's retreading ground from game 1 and 2, but like the blood on the camera thing here, it's an implied motive, right? Of seems he was maybe trying to manipulate the cameras, and so if he was killed to stop him from doing that, that really only leaves Shuji as a potential killer. Like no one else has that particular motive, unless of course just the camera is sort of like a coincidence. Although, come to think of it, it doesn't really make sense though. Because imagine if you kill him because he's tampering with the camera, right? He would be grabbing out the camera. You chuck the shot put at him, why is there blood on the camera then? Right? Because the shot put, that's a lot of blood on the skull. It's not going to be blood on the hands. What would happen, I guess, how you get blood on the hands is you get hit in the skull. You're like, ow, what hit me? Oh my goodness, I'm dying. But I don't think you go, oh my goodness, I'm dying, and then reach out and try to grab the camera. I guess that could be like you're dying sort of thing. I don't know why you would do that, though. You don't have to throw it. That's true. That's true. I guess you could just melee it. But yeah. I don't know. Peculiar case for certain. Like a lot of things so far are pointing towards Shuji, but I'm not sure I buy that. Cause, well, I mean, here's another thing. Another reason why it really probably shouldn't be Shuji. If his whole plan was just to kill someone, like there were so many times where he was just alone with us and could have just offed us whenever the heck he wanted. Which, now granted, could have been like a spur of the moment sort of. I wasn't like a... Which degree is that, second or third degree, where it's like, I didn't come with a plan to kill, but like, now that I'm in the moment, it's like, I gotta kill this guy? Like, it could be that sort of situation, I guess. Especially if he was trying to manipulate the cameras, I guess that could spur Shuji to action, but... I don't know. And he's gotta be our top suspect, at least to start with. But I don't... Just from a meta perspective, I don't... Because Danganronpa 1... your kind of guide character through it, Sayaka, was... And maybe I shouldn't be using meta stuff. But Sayaka ends up being not the killer, but attempted killer. Same thing with Nagita, who was basically sort of your guide character in the first chapter of Danganronpa 2. Like, I just don't think they would do that 3 times in a row, but granted, maybe that's what they want me to think. And then they'll be like, oh, you didn't think we'd do this a 3rd time in a row? Well, psych, we did! Regardless, I don't think we're going to get much further by speculation, so let's actually continue the game. Right after Tenko screamed, the front door of the library burst open, and the 4 people who were in the game room rushed in. Notably, a lot of these guys are probably going to have solid alibis too, I would imagine. Like, they're probably mostly together. So, again, we'll probably have to knock off suspects pretty quick.
What happened?
Gonza, hear scream! Huh? Oh! Blood! So much blood! Yeah.
Oh me, oh my.
Huh, isn't that Rantaro? What's wrong with him?
You don't know?
He's dead.
Huh?
What? He is dead? Well, that's unfortunate.
But how?
How can you be so calm? Shuichi... Was I calling him Shuji? Sorry. Shuichi examined Rantaro's body and placed his hand close to his mouth to check for breathing. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. We're buds. That's my nickname for him.
It's no use.
We're too late. He shook his head.
No way.
Too late? You mean dead?
Are you serious?
He's dead. My vision began to swirl. My legs wobbled beneath me. But out of sheer desperation, I kept my mind working. Why was Rantaro here? And the monitor is off. It was no longer displaying Monokuma anymore. Does that mean the mastermind is dead? Unlikely. Yeah, that has to be it. This means Rantaro was...
Well...
This means the killing game has started, huh?
Huh?
What? What? Killing game? Then someone killed Rantaro and... Wait, maybe not.
I don't get it.
What do you mean, maybe not? He's literally dead! Maybe the killing game hasn't started. Maybe this just ended it.
What?
Ended it? What do you mean?
Because...
The mastermind. Rantaro's the mastermind.
Huh?
What? The mastermind? I don't know how he died, but if Rantaro was in the library before the time limit expired,
That's true.
there's a high chance that the mastermind planned this. And if he is dead...
Huh?
What?
A body has been discovered! Everyone, please gather in the library.
Oh, what an entrance.
Oh, I'm glad.
What a relief! A murder took place just before time ran out.
Huh?
Monokuma, but how? I gotta admit, I was a little nervous there, because the killing game hadn't started yet. Jeez, you guys really know how to keep me in suspense. How? The mastermind controlling you is... Huh? By mastermind, you mean the real mastermind who's controlling me? And you think it was Rantaro?
How stupid.
What an imagination! Of course that's wrong. If the mastermind had died, this killing game would be over.
That's wrong.
But
Hey,
the victim was Rantaro Amami. The ultimate... Who cares? Nothing more, nothing less.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Shuichi, what does he mean? What's going to happen?
No.
He, Monokuma's wrong, isn't he? Isn't Rantaro the mastermind?
Huh?
Yeah, we came here as soon as the sensor went off, right? No one else was in the library. Rantaro was the only one who could have moved the bookcase. Wouldn't that mean he was trying to use that hidden door and that he was the mastermind?
No.
But if he was the mastermind, why is the killing game not over? Why? Why is he dead?
It's no use.
It's no good. I don't know. I don't know. Shuichi. The pictures. We can check the pictures. Okay, that might help. I'm sure that the cameras we set up in the library will give us a clue. At that moment, the library door swung out wide open. Oh, glad to see we get to 3. Only one you've played. Interesting. Not how I would have done it, but... How does one end up playing just Danganronpa 3? Or V3? Because that seems like an odd way to go about things. Although, I mean, I guess... Each game does... Given the nature of the game, I guess each game has its own sort of cast of characters. So each game is kinda, in a sense, a soft reboot, sorta.
Oh no!
Rantaro, but why?
Really?
Huh, that's Rantaro. Oh, thank God. I thought he was a pile of dirty rags.
I see.
I see, so this ended up happening after all. My, what a world this is. So full of jokes like this.
how?
What? This is a lie, right? My dearest Rantaro's dead. Oh, I mean... was guilt!
Stop it.
That's the same thing. How ironic. The guy who wanted to live ended up dead, and the guy who wanted to die survived.
Either way.
So, can somebody explain the meaning of all of this? Nah, an explanation isn't necessary. Thanks to the First Blood perk, there won't be a class trial, so that'd just be a waste of time.
Go ahead.
With that said, if you're the Blackened who killed Rantaro, raise your hand!
What?
The one who killed Rantaro?
Degenerate male.
I knew it! A degenerate male killed Rantaro, didn't he?
Wait!
How do you know boy do it?
I won't forgive you.
Because she's, oh, what's the term? Not misogynist, the other one. Misandrist. I just know, okay? Violent crimes are almost always committed by violent, disgusting men. She does have a point. She does have a point.
Damn.
That dumbass. How dare he go and get himself killed?
Don't screw around.
Who the hell did it? I'll friggin' punch you into orbit. Don't get angry. Send off your graduating classmate with warm farewells.
Rise and shine, Ursine.
Yeah, I guess technically the killer might just step forward and
Getting interesting.
get freed. Oh, send them off with hostility like a bunch of catty popular girls. That's fine too.
It's my time to shine.
But if it's gonna disrupt the process, then we're gonna bust out the exosols. Sure. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to look at the nasty dead body. Nothing beats crashing a funeral. It's way better than wedding crashing. I'll throw in a wedding every now and then, but funerals are insane, like fishing with dynamite.
So
whoever did this really gets to graduate, huh? Heck yeah, I'm a real stickler for the rules. I'm also tough on convenience store clerks.
My heart's racing.
Then congratulations, would the blackened who's about to graduate please raise their hand? No one's taking credits. Interesting. What the? No one's raising their hand.
You bastards!
Hey, did you hear me? All the blackened has to do is to graduate is speak up, you know. Any volunteers? I mean, heck, at this point, if I were in the game, in this scenario, I might just raise my hand, just for the heck of it, just do the whole like terrorist thing of claim responsibility for an attack that you had nothing to do with, just to get the reward and notoriety. Huh, no one's stepping forward. What's going on? I see how it is. The blackened has no need for the first blood perk. They would rather do a class trial. So are you revoking the first blood perk then? That's kind of weird.
Oh?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Very well then.
psycho!
I will give the blackened what they want and hold a class trial.
Oh,
Wow.
it's getting interesting.
Now this is a spicy twist.
Hold on.
Wait. What the heck's going on?
Got it?
Like we said before, we're gonna hold a class trial so you bastards can find Rantaro's killer.
so
Get it right and only the blackened will be punished. But if you get it wrong... Simultaneous surgery, brain and knee, then brain surgery again.
my heart's racing.
Everyone besides the blackened will be punished. Everyone besides the blackened. Everyone. This outcome is much worse. It should have just stepped forward.
Thrills, chills,
But before we can hold the class trial, you gotta investigate first. If you don't investigate the murder, you won't be able to argue over who did it.
Jeez.
So you're saying we need to do the investigation ourselves, too? Of course, the investigation is what makes the killing game so good. You guys are gonna investigate this crime and uncover the truth. The blackened's handiwork has made this much more entertaining than I expected. Alright, the trial will begin soon, so please, give the investigation your all.
So long. Farewell.
Man, you know,
all right.
really, whoever killed this guy should have just stepped forward. Like, come on. Like, yeah, there was an argument to be made that killing someone was actually the morally correct thing to do at this point, because otherwise everyone was going to die. But if you're then going to turn around and actually make a class trial happen and risk everyone dying regardless, then, like, what is the point? And without even any personal gain, neither. Like, as far as the rules were concerned, you could just get off scot-free. You know, some judgment from your peers, but, like, who cares? You're leaving. Let's just get going, then. Wait! Where do we start?
Don't you get it?
We're looking for the truth of Rantaro's death, right? If we can't figure out who the culprit is, then we'll be annihilated for sure.
Huh?
I don't want to be annihilated. The girls should be allowed to live at least. Yeah, I'm just a cute normal girl who can use magic, you know.
Why, you?
You're the last person who should be calling yourself cute. I mean, kinda.
Ben.
I don't know. Cuter than you, at least. Do not fret. Just imagine this as something out of a police drama or detective manga.
Do you agree?
Right, Shuichi?
Okay.
Right.
Impossible!
I'm in... I don't know where that voice came from. I'm in trouble. I've never watched police dramas or read detective manga.
Let's see.
Well, there's no need to think so hard. We need only converse with the corpse. A corpse is not simply a dead person. That is just an assumption made by the living.
Wonderful.
Yes, by coming face to face with the corpse, you will learn a great many things. Why are you getting excited? You're not into dead bodies, are you?
Actually.
But is it true? Is one of us really the culprit? The odds are 1 in 15. That shouldn't be hard to figure out.
Don't screw around!
That's not the problem here.
On your knees.
Who's the fucking culprit, huh? Is it you, or maybe it's you? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who's the killer? Only a two knows.
Weird!
You know can choose that way.
How exciting!
Everyone's competing to see who's the most paranoid. Yeah, that's not boring.
That's wrong.
Wait, stop. We can't do this. We can't go back and forth accusing each other. For now, we need to trust each other and start a serious investigation.
Huh?
Hey!
If we all lose our trust in one another because of this, it's all over. We have to believe in each other and investigate this case.
Huh?
Investigating is the same thing as not trusting each other.
No.
No, it's completely different from what Monokuma wants us to do. He wants us to throw accusations at one another and lose all trust in each other.
But...
And we can't let him get what he wants. We need to investigate this murder, not because we don't trust each other, but because we do. Okay. It's like the trolley problem, kill one person or 14. Well, yeah, except in this case, the killer chose the trolley problem outcome of kill one person and 14. And also risk your own death. Did I say something wrong? You're just so direct and assertive. No, I just said what was on my mind.
Yeah.
You really are a detective. Now that we need to investigate, you're becoming super reliable.
Alright!
I agree with Shuichi. Actually, he just said exactly what I was gonna say. Males are degenerate creatures who betray others easily, but I'll trust you this time. The only good thing about males is that girls give birth to them.
Allow Gonta.
Gonta not smart. Not sure Gonta be much help, but Gonta do his best for everyone. I will work hard with Atua's guidance. I'm much happier alive than dead anyway.
That's right.
As novice investigators, logic dictates that we work together rather than give in to paranoia.
I will do my best.
If this is what everyone desires, then I shall give this task my all.
Okay.
You can leave it to me. I'll find the culprit in no time. Okay. I'm glad no one's given up yet. Yeah, of course they haven't. Can't change what has already happened. All I can do is what must be done. Otherwise, Rentaro died for nothing. I have to do it. I won't give up. We'll all escape from here. I'll make sure of it. Well, aside from Rentaro, that is.
Well then.
So, let's get started.
I guess.
We need to do this so poor Rentaro won't have any regrets and so we can survive.
Okay.
Yes, so let's find the culprit who killed Rentaro.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's do it. Thank you, Shuichi. So much has happened in such a short time, and I haven't been able to keep up with everything. But I know that I need to fight back against this class trial to protect everyone. Okay. I do find one thing kind of weird. So we had the first blood rule, right? And now it's basically been revoked. Like, just from a narrative perspective, why introduce the first blood rule if it's then going to be revoked later? And not in some, like, cruel twist of, like, oh, yeah, I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further. But as just a, yep, killer didn't want it. Like, it's weird. Like, it makes me wonder, like, could the killer maybe at a later point come forth and just be like, hey, like get it? Like, by admitting, fessing up to the crime? Like, I'm just struggling. I guess it gave us the kind of interesting moral dilemma of, like, should someone kill someone to make sure that no one dies? Oh, and by the way, you don't even have to risk the class trial. Although you could have had that dilemma even without it. And arguably, it's an even stronger dilemma, because it was kind of echo what happened in Chapter 4 of Danganronpa 2. Which that's an even more kind of interesting dilemma, because basically you'd be asking, like, are you willing to kill some random innocent person and also probably well, if you want to save everyone, and also sacrifice yourself to save everyone. So, like, it's weird. Because if the killer... Because it could have done interesting things, right? Like, in terms of, like, you could get, like, a Nagito type of situation where it's like, oh, the guy who was basically trying to be the killer from the first trial is just gonna be around now. Although, I guess in this case, the first blood, they would have graduated, so you wouldn't have had that dynamic. I don't know. It's really weird. Just because narratively, I just don't feel like it had to be there. If it's just going to be revoked. And revoked without drama is the thing, right? Again, if it was like a Darth Vader style, I've altered the deal, pray I don't alter it any further, then, like, sure. Yeah. Yeah, then it's, like, tragedy of, like, this guy killed someone under the impression of, like, oh, I'm going to save everyone and also I get to go free, and then Monokuma pulls the rug out from under him. That would be juicy tragedy, but for it to go down like this, something just doesn't sit right with me from a narrative perspective. Anyway. This isn't quite the mood I was expecting, but
Oh, I'm glad.
it's okay. At least now you guys seem like you're getting into it. You again, the fuck are you doing here? Don't be so crude. I've come to bring you all a wonderful present.
Oh,
This is giving me the heebie-jeebies. A notebook that will kill anyone whose name is written in it. It's not even a notebook. That's clearly a tablet. Could it be the Death Note? Whoops, my bad. It's a Monokuma file. And imagine if someone had the Death Note in a Danganronpa game, though. Like, that try would be tough.
I guess.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Let me explain.
The Monokuma file is a detailed report that summarizes all the info about the dead body. But there's no info that would point to the placant, because that would ruin the trials.
Let's all get along.
I don't know, maybe you guys will find it useful since you're not experienced investigators, you know?
Don't screw around.
Monokuma file, like hell am I gonna believe something he made.
No.
Whether you believe it or not, it would still be prudent to examine its contents, no?
Atua has spoken.
He says we shouldn't take our eyes off the monopad. Yeah, I think we should read it. This file has all the info about the victim. I wonder what it says. The victim is Rentaro Amami. It doesn't say what his ultimate talent is. The victim's body was discovered in the library. The estimated time of death is 9:10 p.m. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, resulting in cranial fracture and immediate death. No other injuries were detected. Immediate death? Where's the blood on the hand coming from, then? Right? I strike you in the back of the skull with the object, with the shot put. If you die immediately, there's no time, because the blood pattern, right? You got a splatter of blood on the ground, that's fine. You got blood on the hand, right? And the way it's there, it's clearly not just from the general splatter from the initial impact. Like, it clearly looks like I've gotten hit in the back of the head. I reach the hand back, feel the wound, and like, oh my goodness. The only... Ooh. Well, no, not that doesn't make sense either. Because I was going to say, it could be suicide. But firstly, like, that's a tough leverage to get. Like striking yourself with enough force to kill in the back of the head like this? Like, that's a tough ask. But also, that still wouldn't line up with the instant death. Because instant death, now you don't have time to reach for the camera. Unless the killer manipulated the body, right? Maybe after the killing blow, killer comes in, manipulates the hand, puts the hand in the back of the head to just kind of mess with things and imply stuff. Tough to do without getting bloody, though. And no one here is, like, obviously bloody. Which I think further implies that the shot put was probably thrown and not wielded at melee, right? If it was wielded at melee, someone here would probably have a lot of blood splatter on them, whereas at range, you could probably avoid that. And there's no other injuries were detected. Moncum File 1 has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your monopad. Doesn't say whether or not he's the mastermind. Well, that's obvious. But the killing game is still going on, so I'm gonna assume he wasn't, right? But if Rantaro wasn't the mastermind, then who is?
Actually,
I know it's a little late, but seeing this makes it real. Rantaro's really dead.
that's right.
This is the mastermind's fault.
No doubt about it.
The mastermind killed Rantaro.
That's...
Mastermind? I'm sorry, what are we talking about?
Please.
Could I please explain what is going on and spare us no detail?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Shuichi and I explained to everyone. We told them about the possibility of the mastermind hiding among us, and about the trap we had set in the library to lure them out. And that someone got snagged in our trap, so we came to the library to check and discover Rantaro's body. Now, on the topic of the mastermind, right? Because I've been pondering this question a bit as well. I don't think the mastermind is actually one of the students this time around. I don't think that's the case. And this is more of like a narrative reason, but like my top candidate for being the mastermind this time around has got to be Monica from Ultra Despair Girls. Just like, and granted, maybe not, but I think there's a logic like, oh, that was a spin-off. You don't want to necessarily bring a spin-off character as like the main antagonist of like a mainline game. But simultaneously, I mean, with the ending of the game, like there's the implication of like she's gonna do stuff, and I know she appeared in the second season of the anime, but like, I mean, I think that appearance kind of sucked, let's be honest. So like I kind of felt like they had more planned for her going forward than that. So yeah, I don't know. That'd be my theory right now, at least. But I don't really have anything in this game to back that up. Just kind of, I'm just thinking like that's a major hanging thread that hasn't really been tied up in a satisfactory way at the moment.
Understood.
I see. So this is what happened. I was not aware that you two had planned such a thing. So you used those cameras I modified for this bullshit?
But you know...
But why would you keep something so important a secret from us? Once we knew one of us was the mastermind, we'd start fighting over who it was. That's what you two were afraid of, wasn't it? Well, yeah, but also if the mastermind were to get wind of our plan, then the knowledge of the plan could thwart the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But...
But if there are cameras, won't this case be solved really easily? Oh man, that's so boring.
Wait!
Your amusement is the least of our concerns. We need to check the cameras right now. The culprit should be in the pictures. It'll be case closed.
Then...
Alright, let me get the cameras. Shuichi quickly retrieved all the cameras and rushed back to...
Is that alright?
Okay, I've got them.
Well...
It was hard removing the camera that Kaede set up. She really taped it down well.
Because...
Well, I really didn't want that camera to fall since it was aimed at the moving bookcase.
remember.
Here, it's these 3 cameras.
Uh,
Now I just have to develop the film.
I will do it.
Allow me to perform that task.
That's amazing!
Wow, is there anything the ultimate maid can't do? Someone should definitely accompany her, like, just in case. Like, I don't think she's the killer, but, like, also, we need, I don't trust anyone to be alone handling evidence that could be tampered with or destroyed. We need to have chain of custody on the evidence.
Leave it to me!
I heard everything you said. If that's what you need, just leave it to me. Okay, you definitely are not allowed to just single-handedly handle the evidence.
Huh? I'll do it!
I'll develop the photos so you bastards can focus on the investigation. Because if you guys get punished, it would be way too gory.
Stop it.
Hey, don't butt into our... But she ignored my objection, walked up to Shuichi and took the cameras from him. Well, not to be overly pessimistic, but I'm not sure we're getting those photos. I am a strong, sensual woman. Do not underestimate me. Hey, give those back!
Leave it to me!
No need to worry. We all have to follow the rules. We won't do anything underhanded or devious. So, do you know when I'm finished developing the photos? You always know you can trust someone to not do something underhanded or devious when they explicitly say they're not going to do something underhanded or devious. That is key sign of trustworthiness right there. Wait! Give the cameras back! It was pointless to yell at her. Monophony left as swiftly as the wind.
Oh my!
Ah, there she goes. No, that was important evidence.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I was being careless. It's probably okay. She says she developed photos and give photos back.
That's right.
And she said she had to follow the rules, so I don't think she would destroy evidence.
Sheesh.
Looks like we got no choice but to believe that.
Cause Atua is watching over
It's
us.
important to believe. Atua only shows mercy to those who believe. Get it? I know you're worried, but you can trust me. We just have to be patient.
No.
That's not all I'm worried about. I thought this whole thing would be over once we exposed the mastermind. But now we're just in a bigger mess. A mess we have to see through to the end.
Hey,
Kede, I have a proposal for you.
is that all right?
If it's alright with you, could we keep working together during the trial? Like we're doing now?
Huh?
Shuichi,
I'm...
I know I'm just an apprentice, but I think I can help you as a detective. No, I want to help you.
Shuichi.
Of course, with you at my side, it'll be like having 100 people helping me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kede. Hey, Sue, I don't care about this mushy stuff. So let's just get started already. And try to take this seriously, okay? Our lives are on the line.
Actually,
It takes a lot of mental power to say something like that so cheerfully.
what do you think?
Before we start, I'd like to suggest that we not investigate by ourselves.
Why?
In other words,
If we let the culprit work by themselves, they might try and destroy evidence, right? Oh, you're right, since the culprit is one of us. If each of us watches the other, no one will be able to hide any evidence.
My apologies.
I do not intend to offer suggestion that would further arouse suspicion, but...
Logical.
No, that's logical. Please speak your mind, Kurumi.
that's right.
It's not something you should be proud to say, but I guess we don't have a choice. After all, if we don't find out who the culprit is, we'll all be killed. Yeah, we have to do it. Once we expose the mastermind, we'll be able to escape. We can definitely do it. Weird thought. Like, shouldn't I be focused on exposing the killer, not the mastermind? Like, there's no guarantee. In fact, it's probably unlikely they're one and the same. The killer is kind of the more immediate concern. Do we have a... Where's the body? Well, what do you think, Shuichi? Hey, Katie. Do you remember what we saw when we came in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. We saw the moving bookcase close on its own, right? No one even touched it, so how did that happen? Actually, it has to do with how the bookcase works. Shuichi moved the bookcase to reveal the hidden door. So it has like an automatic closing
Is that
mechanism.
all right?
Take a look at this. If I let go of the bookcase. You let go of the bookcase, and after waiting for a bit. Okay, so it closes on its own. Oh, it closed on its own. The bookcase is set up like an automatic door. It closes after a period of time. Yeah, it makes perfect sense when you think about it. If it didn't close on its own, you wouldn't be able to put the bookcase back after you went inside.
I see.
I see. The bookcase has to close on its own once you go through the hidden door. That, of course, also implies that the bookcase can be opened. Well, it implies one of two things. Either the bookcase can be opened from within the hidden room, right? Or there's another entrance. Or both. So it's conceivable. It's conceivable if someone had access to the room. They could, like, if it had, because we don't know what's in the room. It could have multiple entrances. If it has another entrance elsewhere, then someone could have gotten to the library via that method, via that way, and not necessarily have aroused suspicion of being like one of the people who went down into the basement. I see, the bookcase has to close on its own once you go through the hidden door. Okay. But wait, if the bookcase closes itself after you enter the hidden door... Oh, maybe the reason why the bookcase closed itself was because the mastermind is hiding just past the hidden door.
You're right.
After killing Rentaro, they ran through the hidden door. It certainly is possible. Let's check that now.
Huh?
Huh? How do we check? My thoughts exactly.
Remember.
The dust on the card reader, remember? Ah, yeah. Shuichi moved the bookcase again to reveal the hidden door once more. And they are really proud of this hidden door animation.
Then...
Alright, let's see. We leaned in to get a closer look at the gap of the card reader.
Huh?
Huh, the dust is still there.
You're right.
Looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here. What if the mastermind replaced the dust after they used the card reader? That seems unlikely.
No.
No, I remember exactly where I put the dust. This hasn't been moved at all.
Okay.
I think it's safe to assume the mastermind did not go through this door. Well, and it's still plausible though, right? If the door opens, if there is another entrance and the door opens from the inside, like, it's plausible you could have gone, because again, we don't have evidence there is another entrance to the secret room, but there very well could be. We don't have evidence against that. If there is, you could have gone to the secret room via a different entrance, opened the library entrance from inside the room, did your murder, and then, like, went back, like, propped the door open or something, and went back into the room before it closed itself, in theory. Now, granted, that is making a lot of leaps of logic and relying on a lot of evidence for things existing that we don't have right now, but it's a plausible circumstance. And the one who moved the bookcase at the time was Rentaro himself?
No.
I can't say for sure. We'll know more when we get the pictures back. There's a chance that someone else was hiding here. Okay.
I see.
Well, I still think the mastermind is the culprit. So we just need to find the clues that can connect us to the mastermind. We'll end the killing game that way too. Debatable way of going about things. What do you think, Kurumi?